Hello everyone, it's Mr. Flying Pig HD here.
Fucking moth.
The fuck's that?
Moth, mate. Fucking
Some
moths
moth from
in
hell,
here, mate.
Jesus. Hey everyone, it's Mr. Flying Pig HD here with another PigCast episode with you. I'm joined once again by the man, the myth, the legend, Henry Hotspur.
That's me.
How's it going, Henry?
No, very
Good
well,
week?
thank you. Yeah, well, it was bad, obviously, with Tottenham losing the other day to West Ham. It was very disappointing. We won the 6 Premier League games in a row before that happened, so it's not the end of the world. You know,
And again, you didn't lose by a big margin.
I had a tear in my eye almost at the end of that game. Switched over to checking out the scores or the final scores of the other games, and when I saw Arsenal had lost, I laughed. You know? So that was good.
Big slip up though, considering all the other teams lost. If you'd have won that game, that would have been huge. But it was great for Manchester United. Everybody else
But
lost.
we were in exactly the same position as we were before. End of the day, Arsenal lost, so they're still 3 points behind us. Then Man City also lost as well, so they're where they were before. And Leicester gained 1 point. But end of the day, if we win and Leicester lose, then we go above them.
How many points are you
goal
above
difference.
Manchester United now? Do you know?
Off the top of my head, I'm not sure, mate.
No.
To be honest.
I think we're going to finish above you this season.
No way. No, don't be silly, mate. Don't be silly.
I do think that I'm willing to have a bet with you right now without even looking at the table.
Oh, you were talking about this bet the
Yeah,
other day,
I
and you were
was.
saving it for the camera, were
Saving
you?
it for the cams. You want to make the bet?
Well, what is your bet? What's
20 quid.
of what?
Who finishes higher?
And you'll give me 20 quid.
Actually, I could probably get like 3-1 at the bookies on that.
Well, you can do that if you want, but if you want to make the bet with me, yeah, I'll do it if it's evens. So it's like, yeah,
I know,
Spurs
that's a
finish
freaking
above.
good bet for you though, isn't
Yeah.
it?
You might as well just give me 20 quid right now,
Well, no,
mate.
I'll take that bet.
Yeah, all right.
I'll take that
Shake
bet.
your hands on
Sorry
that
about my
one.
sweaty palms.
Yeah, that's fucking dirt, mate.
It's hot in there.
Yeah. And my hands are all right.
They felt a bit filthy.
It
as well,
smell. Cunt.
Anyway, so yeah, this will be interesting. I do think Spurs will probably finish above United, but at the end of the day, it's the Spurs we're talking about. They always find a way to bottle it. Even with Pochettino this season,
How
they're
many
doing
times
well.
do we bottle it? We never get into a position usually to bottle it. So I don't know what you're on about, mate.
No, the Spurs are just a classic bottle job team.
No, not this year, mate.
It's true. It's very true.
No, Arsenal are the bottlers.
Well, they've always been bottlers, but yeah. Let's talk about something else that happened today. Van Gaal in his press conference said that he thinks it's more important or better for United to win a trophy this season than get top 4. That's a bit of a crazy statement from the man because obviously we need top 4. A club like United should be in the Champions League. What do you think about that?
Well, I can see Van Gaal's logic in this because he's thinking, I don't know about the FA Cup, Europa League should be the priority.
Yeah, if you can win
in
the
a way.
Europa League,
So
you
if
get
you win
Champions
that,
League
you're in the
qualification.
Champions League. Who knows? You could win it, finish 5th, and fucking Man City miss out on Champions League if they don't win the Champions League themselves.
I actually agree with that statement. I think if Manchester United won the Europa League, that's more important than finishing top 4 because you get Champions League qualification anyway.
Correct.
You might as well win a European competition. But
100%, yeah.
if it was just the FA Cup and not top 4...
I'd rather top 4 than FA Cup.
Exactly.
Of course I would, yeah.
So basically Van Gaal's talking some sense and some gashtastic nonsense as well.
Nonsense.
Which pisses me off because it's imperative really that Manchester United finish top 4. The likeliness of winning the cup at this stage is pretty doubtful. So, it can be done, absolutely can be done. But really, I'm not so certain about Manchester United winning the Europa League or the FA Cup. And I think top 4 should be priority.
Okay, yeah, I'd agree with that.
So yeah, a couple of big games coming up this weekend, of course. Manchester United hopefully have a nice chilled out game against West Brom on Sunday. But the biggest game of the weekend, really, in terms of the season and just generally, is Spurs versus Arsenal, isn't it?
Definitely biggest ever North London derby, in my opinion, certainly in the Premier League era. And yeah, it's an absolute massive one. The bottom line is it's a 9-pointer, isn't it? Almost. It's that fucking important. Maybe a 12-pointer. I don't know.
It is pretty important because both teams there, whoever loses out in that game takes a massive blow to their season. I hope it's Arsenal. I hope Spurs do manage to win that game, even though you're above
Even
Arsenal.
if we lose, we still remain second because of our goal difference. That's fucking great, isn't it? I'm happy with that.
Unless you
genuinely.
lose like 10-0.
Yeah, but that's not going to happen,
Well,
is it? No.
Bottle Job Club.
Don't be silly. The North London Bottle Company.
That's it, mate. So anything can happen, but hopefully Spurs win that game. Let me know what you guys think below if you even give a shit about Spurs and Arsenal. But who do you think's going to come out on top in that game? Arsene Wenger, is he a great manager?
I think yes.
Do you?
I genuinely think so. I think, yes, he won the Premier League, the Invincibles. I hate Arsenal, but end of the day, stats speak for themselves. That it was special, undeniably. Like well done to them.
Yeah.
And then yes, he had that big time period where years and years went by and no trophies at all. But he did finish in top 4 every single fucking season. Every single one. Who else has done that? No one has done that. Yeah. He has done that. Top 4 every season.
That is unbelievable.
Arsenal up there every single season, and Arsenal's on the tip of people's tongue every fucking season.
And they've had a lot of lack of investment over the years as well. It's only until recently, last few years, they've actually put their hands in the pockets and signed players like Ozil for shitloads of money. Usually, they're pretty frugal. So they were paying off that stadium, all that jazz. But considering those things, to get top 4 every season is pretty remarkable. And okay, maybe last 8, 9, 10 years hasn't been that successful in terms of trophies. But certainly before that, he had a lot of success with trophies, especially when he first came in at Arsenal. We put a ridiculous team together, and they had a lot of success. It was a great period for Arsenal. But the more they flounder, I mean, I don't know. I think it's time they had a change, though, don't you?
Well, don't get me wrong. I'm not a Wenger fan. I think he does make mistakes. Certainly his substitution decisions sometimes, everybody talks about them. It's like, what the fuck is he doing half the time?
Yeah.
But no, I think he's done well. It's knee-jerk reaction as soon as Arsenal lose a couple of games. Get rid of Wenger, every single fucking time, isn't it?
And then they win a couple of games, we're going to win the league.
And I think the players are partly to blame over the years for not getting these trophies. I mean, yes, you can blame the manager, but I just don't think their team has ever been good enough. I think they play amazing tiki-taka football when they're at their best, but their frailties have always been there to see, and you can't just blame a manager for that. I think the players have just been wrong.
No, they are literally North London Bottling Company, your biggest rivals.
100%, yeah.
So yeah, but I'll tell you one thing about the game tomorrow. Actually, they've got no Petr Cech in goal. He's injured.
Yeah, I know.
That's quite a big.
Although he did have a slightly poor game that last game, in my opinion. I think the second goal that he can.
I think Petr Cech's a great keeper.
But he is a great keeper.
I don't know how
Who have
Chelsea
they got as their number 2 then? I don't even know off the top of my head. I don't follow the Arsenal players too much, to be fair.
Who have they got as their number 2? It's a good point, mate. They ain't got that Fabianski prick anymore, have they?
No, he's at Swansea.
Oh, of course he is, yeah.
You just won against him, didn't he? Well done to you, lad, Fabianski.
Oh, Fabbers, yeah. So, yeah, it'd be interesting to see who they do put out tomorrow. Who is their keeper?
I don't know, mate. It's not Manone, is it? Who's that?
No.
Who's that? Is Manone someone?
Yes, Manone. Yeah, but
Manone.
Isn't he Sunderland's keeps?
I don't know. Did he come from Chelsea? Check the Chelsea scout.
We're having a mare. Yeah. Let's leave it. Comment below. Who the fuck's Arsenal's second keeper?
Yeah, well, he's playing tomorrow.
Almunia? 11 years ago, didn't he?
What a crazy
He
man.
was gashed. Okay, so if United had to choose a new manager, who would you go for?
So if United had to pick, my question to you would be, if United had to pick another manager from one of the Premier League teams, who would it be?
From one of the Premier League
Just to come
teams?
in right now, from one of the Premier League teams.
Oh, it's a tough question. Let's look at the candidates, right? You got Pochettino, of course, doing really well. He's been mentioned.
He'd have to be first choice, surely.
Arsene Wenger with his CV. No, that would never happen. Mark Hughes having a good season with Stoke City, ex-Manchester United player.
Slaven Bilic. I love Slaven Bilic.
He's doing well at West Ham, no doubt. Did well with Croatia as well, managing them. So you'd have to be considered. Who else? Ranieri, with the season he's had, he'd have to be considered there.
Gus Hiddink.
He's
the better
We
Van
don't
Gaal.
want another
He's
Dutch
the
goblin,
better,
mate.
Nah, but he's the Dutch golden goblin. I told you before.
the golden goblin.
The golden goblin.
The Dutch golden goblin.
He took South Korea to the semi-finals of the World Cup.
That is
special, isn't it?
That is amazing. Yeah. And then also last time Chelsea were having Messi to come in and turn their season right round, sorted them right out. This season
he hasn't lost since he's come in the Premier League.
He's not lost.
I don't think he's lost. I think he remains unbeaten as Chelsea manager in the Premier League.
That is amazing. So, if you look at the league table, I think they're 8 points behind Manchester United now, which isn't that much really. It's a lot of the season to go, 10 games or so, 10 games I think. So anything can happen for the remainder of the season, and you have to say since they come in, he's been pretty good. But I don't think they're going to freaking get top 4, of course.
Eddie Howe, you mentioned earlier to me.
Eddie Howe, I think, has got the potential to be a great manager. I think what he's done with Bournemouth over the last few years is unbelievable. I think he's got a great eye for talent. And I think he'd be actually really good to come in and manage United. But it's a bit of a bold move, isn't it? Giving it to a young manager like that. He's never managed a club like Manchester United. That's never going to happen. But I think he will be.
You might be a little bit biased just because Bournemouth is our local club.
No.
And he kind and our eyes have been on him more than they would be if he'd brought up Hartlepool.
I don't think.
If he was Hartlepool manager and they are where they are now,
I'd be saying the same because.
No disrespect to Hartlepool, but I'm just picking out.
I suppose because we are close by to it, we've seen what's happened over the last few years. So yes, we know more about it really, and that makes even more of a crazy achievement to get Bournemouth to the Premier League.
We do know a lot about him.
Yeah, but you can
we
mark
used to
my
hang
words
out
on
with
this.
him, didn't we? Us and old Eddie. Do you know what
To
I'm
be
saying?
fair, his sister does actually own the Martins down the road, mate.
Yeah,
I
I drop in on her all the time.
He's making bold statements, mate. He lives somewhere around here, pal. It's gonna brick you. Watch out, Eddie's about. But no, future England manager, one day, you mark my words, go down the bookies right now and put a bet on for Eddie Howe to one day manage England, because that will freaking happen. Trust me, he's so young. I don't think he's even 40, mate.
Wonder what the odds are on that right now.
Yeah, I'm going to have a look.
Tell us, yeah.
I'm going to have a look. I'm going to find the best odds. I'm going to put a freaking bet on it. A significant bet as well.
So this moves on to our next topic of, out of all the English managers in the Premier League, who do you think could potentially be England manager one day?
What, succeeding Roy Hodgson?
Correct,
or just one day?
Let's say succeeding Roy Hodgson.
Succeeding Roy Hodgson? Well, I would like to see somebody succeed Roy Hodgson. It's got to be an Englishman, in my opinion. So, who are the candidates?
Well, let's go from bottom of the league to top. So, thinking of managers down there, it's kind of come straight to Bournemouth, doesn't it? Eddie Howe.
Oh, Allardyce, actually, Sunderland, he's lower.
Yeah, so let's start with Big Sam then.
No way.
He has been touted before, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has been touted. Yeah, he's a no-nonsense
mentioned.
manager, yeah. He's one of those managers that the FA would never go for.
It would be so interesting to see how his England team performed.
Yeah.
And it would also be very interesting to see Big Sam at a big club.
I think we'd have Andy Carroll up top.
Yeah, something like that.
Popping long balls into him.
That's it, yeah.
No. I don't think he's not got a serious shout about it. Harry Redknapp's completely out of running these days. I think Eddie Howe, mate, getting on to Eddie Howe one day. I'm not sure about succeeding.
Not right now, though. Not right now. He needs to do well with a team. Whether it's Bournemouth, whether he moves somewhere else, and kind of.
Listen, if he goes up from League One to the Championship and then Championship to Premier League and keeps Bournemouth in the Premier League, that is a ridiculous achievement, and he should be considered.
Yes, it's very, very good. But is it a good enough? You need to be good at managing top players.
That's true, yeah.
I'm not saying England's best are top players, but what I'm saying is that is the best of what we've
You're
got
right.
to
You
offer.
need a great manager.
You need someone that's had the experience managing these types of players and these types of egos.
I do agree with that, yeah. But then if you're saying that there's not really that many that spring to mind, who is capable of it?
So moving up the league, Tony Pulis.
Tony Pulis.
Great manager, absolutely.
Yeah, he's a good manager, but again,
solid manager.
He's one of these managers that gets the best out of mediocre people. He's not necessarily the right man.
Again, he has an experienced managing at top level.
Saying that, England are mediocre as you like at national level. Do you know what I mean? So maybe somebody like that just to come in.
Well, possibly.
Play Pulis tactics.
They have Ryan Shawcross and the rest, wouldn't they? Yeah.
He would, yeah. Ryan Shawcross at centre back.
He'd get that Rory Delat. Oh no, he's not even English. Sorry, but he'd probably try and nationalise Rory Delat with them throw-ins. Can you remember those days? Those were great days.
Like 43 these days. Stoke City, Stoke City's Pulis was a force to be reckoned with.
Oh, 100%. And Mark Hughes brings us on to Mark Hughes, who's now doing well with Stoke City.
He's Welsh.
Oh yeah, so we don't.
But hang on, isn't Pulis freaking Welsh?
Is he?
I don't think he might be freaking Welsh, mate. I've got a feeling.
He might be, yeah, he might be. Fair enough.
We're just talking on to bollocks then.
Fair enough.
English managers, Mark Hughes is definitely Welsh, so he's not in the running for it. He could be in the running for a United manager one day, but not England.
Then who else is English? That's it.
Who else is English? Oh, Alan Pardew.
Oh, the Pardew, of course.
The Pardinator.
Yeah.
Couldn't have him in charge of England, mate.
He's just like another Big Sam.
No, he's going to nut Lionel Messi on the sidelines.
I mean, they're not similar managers, but I think they're similar in stature.
You can't deny what he did at Newcastle, what he's doing at Palace. He's a good manager. He's a really good manager.
So Big Sam done well when he's at his time with West Ham, and he's done well. He's always kept teams up.
Problem is with Alan Pardew, if Alan Pardew's your manager, say you're Wayne Rooney and you walk in and Alan Pardew's your manager, you're going to laugh at him in the face, aren't you?
Yeah, probably.
You know what I mean? Fuck off, Pards.
Yeah,
I ain't listening to you, Mark.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's interesting, but I don't know. That's a really tough question, actually. But if I had to choose one now, I know it's crazy. I know he's not really managed many high-profile teams or people, but I would give it to Eddie Howe. I think he's a good young manager. I think he's great tactically. I think he's got a great eye for talent as well. But bit crazy, isn't it? Let me know what you guys think below, actually, on that one. Who should succeed Roy Hodgson as next England manager? And they've got to be English as well.
Harry Redknapp.
Harry Redknapp.
I'd love to see Redders up there.
He's been out of the game too long now, disgraced at
It's a
QPR.
shame, though, but no, I love Harry Redknapp. Yeah.
There was a time when it definitely should have gone. It shouldn't have gone to Roy Hodgson. It should have 100% gone to Harry Redknapp.
100%, yeah.
But it didn't. So there we have it.
Spurs lost him. England lost him. I lost him.
So what do you think about old Nonson, old Adam Johnson?
Adam Johnson, yeah, that's big footballing topic. Even though
What
it's
an
not,
absolute nonce.
it's obviously not talking about the football. We're talking about something that a footballer has done here. It's
Going on at the moment.
It's a tricky one. I mean, obviously he's guilty. That's something
Yeah,
we can
he's
both
admitted
agree
being
on.
guilty. Yeah.
It's
And he
something
was texting an
he's
underage
done
girl.
something wrong. Let's all agree on that.
She's told him she was 15. He still did it. Guy's fucked up in the head. You know, why would you do that though if you're a Premier League footballer? You've got the world. You think you'd probably go into a club and get all the stunners. You could probably just do that. Why would you do that?
Or if he likes him young, keep it at 16.
Keep it legal, you know what I mean?
His missus might leave him and everyone might think he's an absolute cunt, but the
He's
law
not going to
can't
prison.
touch him,
Yeah.
can they?
You've got
Do you know
a
what I mean?
point there,
Unless
mate.
he's raped her, you know?
You've got a point there, mate. If you're proper into the young'uns, Adam, why don't you just wait till she was 16, you fucking weirdo?
He even texts her, asks her, how old you are. She says, I'm 15. He says, when are you 16? And she tells him when it is. And then he's like, I'm coming to see you. It's like, well, why did you ask how
I
long
know.
it is until she's 60? What difference would that make then?
But in all seriousness, the guy's an absolute scumbag to do that.
Yeah.
Imagine if that was your daughter or whatever.
Oh, yeah, of course,
He's,
yeah.
he's basically abused his position of authority or celebrity or whatever you want to call it. And basically tricked some young girl into noshing him off or whatever.
So if that was my daughter, then I'd grab him by the back of the head, by his hair, and I'd just have my knee here and I'd in the face like that. Do you know what I mean? Fucking cunt.
That wasn't too convincing, but you know,
Yeah, fair enough.
appreciate the
Probably
demo.
be able to break out of it. They have to be, wouldn't they? Let's be honest.
And then he'd probably touch you inappropriately
Oh
as
no.
well. But how long do you reckon he should get though for this?
This is what you know. I try and think. 1 second I think 10 years. Next second I think, well, I don't know, like a year. Like I don't know. Like, well, because it's like
He's definitely fucked up in the
if
head,
he
though.
wasn't famous, if he was just a normal run of the mill bloke, right, a carpenter or something.
Yeah.
Right.
Jesus was a carpenter, mate.
That's a bit fucked up, isn't
Bit
it?
fucked up.
Not a carpenter. I don't know.
Plumber.
Like a plumber. Right. Then how bad would it be? Like, would he have to do time? Do you think? for
Surely.
that? You think so?
Yeah. But it's not only that, he's not a plumber. He's Adam Johnson, he's a footballer. He's used his position to do that.
Yeah, I know. So does that make it worse?
I think it makes it worse.
You
yeah.
think that makes it worse?
Yeah.
He's used his position of power, like a Jimmy Savile or something.
Yeah.
You know. That's another
I don't know, I don't think we can quite put him in the
But
Savile
he's not
bracket.
quite Jimmy Savile bracket, is he?
But he's messed up in the head, and I don't think he should...
How many years then? How many years?
It's a toughie, isn't it? I mean, you know...
For me, it's like 1 year.
1 year.
In a way.
I
In a
don't-
way, he's made a massive mistake. He's a fucking idiot. But end of the day, she was 15. She knew what she was doing.
Well, did she though?
She probably enjoyed what she was doing at the time.
But
to
did-
be fair,
but did
and
she though? You don't know this. Apparently, he forced her head down for a noshing.
Oh, so is there an element of rape to this?
These are all speculation. I don't know if this 100%.
Well, bottom
true.
line, if she was completely complicit, 100% complicit, and I know she's young and etc.
It's
etc.
the manner of how it's done though. It's the grooming. It's the text and the grooming. He's groomed her. He's literally groomed her. It's
Sure.
not like he's gone out to a club. She's pretending to be 18. He's taken her home next day. Oh no, you're 15.
But in
It's not
another
like
way,
that.
it must be a lot of 15-year-old girls' dreams to do that with a footballer. It must be.
Yeah,
Let's be honest. You've got
she
young
would've loved
girls
it.
growing up,
Yeah.
looking up at these footballers, thinking, "How amazing! I'd love to just get filthy with him or whatever." And I know that sounds fucked up, but there must be, those thoughts must run through a girl's mind.
There's loads of little filthy slag bag 15-year-olds hanging
Yeah.
about, isn't there? But
We know that.
but you can't abuse your position of authority. He's basically a stupid boy. If it was in a club, I'd say he went to know, and in reality, if she looked old enough or that, it's not really his fault. But the way he's groomed her, the way he's gone about it, abused his position of authority, I think he should get a good 5-6 years. I do.
5-6 years.
Yeah.
To my sort of 1 or 2
And
years.
in prison, he'll be the 15-year-old girl.
I'll meet in the middle. 4 years.
That's not in the
Should you
middle.
go 4 years? 5 then. 5. I'll
What,
go with
between
your
1
5
and
then.
6, and 4's in the middle, is it?
5.
Until you got freaking D in maths, Jesus.
No, but I thought you'd take 4.
What did you get in maths?
I see.
That's all right.
Not too bad. Trouble is, I didn't get 1B, did I? That's all. No.
Gosh, tastic. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about it. A bit of a strange topic to end on, but it's in the news at the moment. Adam Johnson, of course, or Adam Nonson, as he seems to be known from now on. What do you think? Do you think he should get serious time for what he's done, or do you think he should get relatively short sentence and be allowed to play football again? Do you think he should be allowed to play football again?
I don't know.
He's a good
Well,
player.
well,
He's
if
a
Chad
pretty good
Evans
player.
can't, he can't, can he? You know what I mean?
No, he can't. Who's going to take on Adam Johnson?
Did you feel sorry for old Cheddy?
Arsenal under 15s.
Cheddy Evans.
No, I didn't feel sorry for him, mate. You know, I didn't. I'm going to be honest.
Do you
Although
think what he did was worse or not?
well, that one there's a little
Surely
bit.
rape is worse than.
But there's more question marks over that one. You know, and it's harder to prove.
Right.
Whereas this one is for definite.
Okay.
There we have it. Anyway, Adam Johnson's a massive nonce. Let me know what you guys think about any of the topics discussed in this video today. Please do get commenting below. I've been Mr. Flying Pig HD. He's been Henry Hotspur. Where can they find you, Henry Hotspur?
On the Henry Hotspur channel, what's it called?
Yeah, it's called Henry Hotspur.
Okay.
Links in the description of Henry's channel. Go and follow him. He doesn't put too many videos on there, but you know it's nice.
It's just this these days. It's just the PigCast.
You never know when
I love
something
the
might
PigCast.
crop up on there, of course. And also Twitter, Henry_Hotspur, I think. But anyway, thanks very much for watching this. Any final thoughts from Henry
My
Hotspur?
final thought is, I know what Adam Johnson has done is wrong, but do you not think John Terry is even more of a cunt? Do you not think he's just more of a cunt? He deserves time. He should be locked away. Chuck the fucking key
Right,
away.
that's it. Let's get a petition made.
Yeah, that's
Lock
it.
John Terry away. I will sign that
yeah,
petition.
100% can.
Yeah, he is a complete scumbag, to be fair. But come on, he's not grooming an underage girl, has he?
Yeah,
Just
but
shagged his mate's
would
missus.
Hodgson
That's
have-
terrible, but
would you have Terry in England?
I would, yeah.
Would you
I
have
hate
Adam
to say
Johnson
this. I
in
hate
England?
Terry. No, because he's not good enough.
Has he ever been good
Yeah.
enough? Just quickly
At
talk
some-
about
at
his
some
football.
points.
Do you think it's a shame? It's a shame that he threw it. Sorry to keep talking about it, but it's a shame he's thrown away his career because he was a decent player,
good
wasn't
player,
he?
yeah.
And it would have been good to see him continue to be a good player and
Not
not
that
be an
good, though.
absolute
He's never going
fucking-
to set the world alight. He wasn't
Twat.
fantastic. He went through a good period when he was young, and then City signed him. It was City signed him, and he went to, they didn't really utilise him, did they? So,
There we go.
but
But anyway, let's
Adam
end it
Johnson
there,
behind
innit?
bars.
Yeah. Adam Johnson behind bars. John Terry really should be as well, innit? Wayne Bridge can finally get justice.
Anyway, this is Mr. Flying Pig HD. Gonna do the sign off once again. Chuck a like on this video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. He's been Henry Hotspur. I've been Mr. Flying Pig HD. Until next time, have a good one. Take it easy. Come on, United.
Come on, you Spurs.